All right. Listen, y'all. It's the NBA offseason, and I feel like it's about damn time we have an uncomfortable conversation about a certain shooting guard in the NBA. My boy, Cam Boucher Thomas. Now, he's currently in like a war with like the Nets over a new contract, which is surprising to me because I didn't think it'd be that difficult for them to offer him any money, especially with how good he's been. And that's the thing with like how a lot of this discourse is going is that a lot of people are just calling him ass, calling him a ball hog. And I'm telling you, as a Nets fan who has been here since he has been drafted, I'm telling you right now, all these fucking slander or saying, "Oh, he's a ball hog," is wrong. It's literally, I've seen everything with my own eyes. I've been objective observer. I've seen press conference. I've seen the coaches. Everything. I'm telling you right now. I'm about to give y'all the breakdown on why the slander is wrong. A lot of it is misguided, and a lot of it is just they just don't have all the context to it. And I'm here to give y'all the context. Now let me just take y'all to the beginning. Cam was like drafted like middle late first round, and personally I was new to basketball. I started watching during the bubble when it was Karis LeVert and Joe Harris and like Jared Allen out there, and I didn't even know who KD and Kyrie were, so that was a surprise when they got here. But yeah, for me, peak basketball was Karis LeVert going on, so I wasn't really used to all this star-studded stuff. But anyways, I think that's besides the point. I don't know why I said that, but look, when Cam got here with Dayron, I wasn't expecting him to play, but the few times he did play, he actually went fucking crazy. Like he's actually like he had a really good showing in his rookie year. The few times he did play, he had a game winner against San Antonio, which I saw, and then that breakout game at MSG with LaMarcus Aldridge, which if you just take a screenshot of that, like that is a crazy like blending of eras picture of just like them just fucking taking turns like playing shots up against the Knicks. Like that was bad fun. But his rookie year isn't really much to really it's not really important to the story. That's like the most important thing you could say is like he kinda should have gotten more playing time with how many old washed players we had on that team. That like 21 yeah 21 2022 team, like the amount of like old wash players we had, and they were just like getting mad playtime over Cam, Dayron, Kessler Edwards, and like David Duke, remember him? Like they were just getting all these like there was just all these washed bums on the team, and like they didn't even try to play the rookies. But Cam's game, for the most part, it wasn't good. Like it wasn't NBA ready yet. A lot of it was mid ranges and like whatever the hell he could find at the basket. Like if he could like hopefully finish a layup, because like he wasn't that strong first coming in, and his three ball wasn't that good. So again, it was just mid ranges. But he did play in the G League, and when he did go there, he would put up like 50 bombs. Like it was actually disgusting. Like him and Daron looking like Kobe and Shaq. Like it was actually just like he couldn't stay there, but he also couldn't play in the league. Like it was weird. He was in a weird spot as a rookie, especially with like on a win now team. So he wasn't gonna really get a lot of play time. But yeah, that's like the gist of his rookie year. It was just he wasn't getting a lot of play time because it was a win now team and he didn't really have a lot of opportunities. But when he did play, he did put up numbers. Now, the season after that, the sophomore season, is arguably like the season that made him blow up. The 340-point games back to back to back. You know what I'm saying? Everybody became a well-known, I don't know, like Insanity S type thing. But even though it wasn't, it's not Insanity. I'm gonna get to that later. This season is weird. It is a weird season because he did manage to scrape minutes in like the actual like first half of the season when it was KD, Kyrie, and Ben Simmons. Yeah, the big three, the real big three, no Harden. But he did manage to scrape minutes there. I think there was a moment where Kyrie was out for a little bit, and he was in like basically filling his spot. And a lot of people say he can't play with a star, like he's a ball hog. He was playing perfectly fine next to KD. Like I'm being so dead ass. Like him and KD actually had like great chemistry together. Like he was hitting his threes, and we saw like a lot of little improvements to his game. One, he got stronger. He was able to finish more, go to the paint more, get some layups in. He got a little better at catch and shoots threes, but in general, his three ball was better than his rookie year. But again, he still like tried to take some mid ranges that I feel like he shouldn't have taken. Like come on, like I know it's like layups and threes, like that's like the guy's game now, but I feel like you can do that as an all-star, but for his role on the team at that moment in time, Like when he was trying to scale, like when he was getting those rotational minutes, he didn't really need to take some mid ranges, and he still took them anyway. So that kind of like made some of his minutes a little wishy washy, but at the same time, he still performed good in that role of just like being a spark plug, like next to KD when Kyrie was out. And when Kyrie was there, I think he didn't really play that much. Like his minutes got taken out you a little bit more. When Kyrie got back, again, like they kind of like did the same thing. But eventually they got traded, and we get to the point, the 340-point game. These games, I feel like don't, like the way people talk about, like they don't give him enough credit. His second best player out there was Nick Claxton, and his third best player was Edmund Sumner. Like, Edmund Sumner's not in the league anymore. And I love Edmund Sumner. I wish he's a really, really great underrated player. Fast as hell. It's just really good. I love him. But, bro, like, he was out there with one-legged Joe Harris and, like, Nick Claxton, Edmund Sumner. Like, and he was going nuclear. Well, granted, they didn't win all of them. Like, he went 1 out of 3. They beat the Wizards, but lost to the Clippers barely, and then they barely lost to the Suns. Both really good teams, so you can't even be mad at him for that, especially with the people around him. But that's what I'm saying, though. He was around bums and Nick Claxton, and yet he went off. Like, they didn't know how to guard him. And eventually, Mikal and Cam Johnson come to the team, and this is when we see the first villain in the story. Actually, he might be the villain of the story, and the reason why we're having this conversation in the first place is Jacque Vaughn. You see, Jacque Vaughn, I don't know what to describe it. I don't know if it's hate. I don't know if it's like, I don't know what he just did not fuck with Cam Thomas. He's the reason why Cam got benched, like right after those 40 ball games. And basically what happened was Mikal, Cam Johnson, all of them, the trades finally get finalized, right? And there was this game against Chicago. Cam was like finally playing with like all the dudes, or I think he was just Spencer and Dorian. But either way, like he was playing with some of the like actual traded players. Like it wasn't just actually like all bums. But we won't talk about Spencer in a minute. But he was actually playing against some of the like playing with some of the players, and he didn't have the greatest showing. Like he put up like 20, I think, but it was like a lot of free throws. Like he wasn't like his shot wasn't falling, but he was still like getting free throws, which I feel like a shooting guard getting a lot of free throws, I feel like that's a good sign anyway. If my shot ain't falling and I'm still like force myself to the line, I feel like you got to give him some type of credit. Jacque Vaughn did not see that. Jacque Vaughn did not give a shit about that. He said, "Get your black ass on the bench. You're not playing anymore." You're not playing anymore after that. That just like broke the hearts of so many fans, especially mine, because we really thought this was like the moment, like he was finally gonna get some time to shine, especially because a lot of the roster got freed up. Like, you know what I'm saying? A lot of his position got freed up, really. So instead, we saw Spencer and Mikal basically doing Kyrie and KD impressions. Now, what I mean by this is basically Spencer. A lot of like the reason why Mikal went off in like that second half of the season when he got here was the playbook that they had, which was like Kyrie, aka Spencer, would saw Spencer would like ISO top of the key. Mikal would come off some pin down screens, and then he's like get some little mid range, little layup, like in open space. Like he was working with a lot of space, especially because like Cam, Dorian, like there was out there space, and for Claxton was like the only like the center, but like you know what I'm saying, he wouldn't really clog the paint. So like you know what I'm saying, Mikal and KD, because he was used to playing with KD, so he wouldn't like clog the paint. He knows what to do already. So it was actually pretty effective for Mikal, because Mikal was just playing in open space, getting little middies up like he does on the Knicks now. But that's basically what the offense was, and shit hit the fan during that Philly playoff series. Because Spencer just sucks. Spencer sucks at basketball, and I feel like my hatred for him is it just stems from being forced to watch him just like stink it up and not be able to throw a lob to Claxton at all. Like it would literally just go off the backboard. And again, just him shitting himself in the Philly series. Like I'm telling you, we could have, like, I know it sounds illusional. If you look back, we could have won like 3 games, like 2 or 3 games we could have won, bro. I'm being sold out, and he just fucking threw them all away. He threw them all away, and it doesn't get talked about enough. He is a terrorist. Him and Jacque Vaughn. Now, the terroristic duo, Spencer and Jacque Vaughn, they're important to the Cam Thomas story because, again, Spencer basically stole this man's minutes, and Jacque Vaughn basically like stuffed him on the bench. So for this season, he basically got hold out of his job. Like, yeah, got hold out of his job because his coach does not fuck with him. Like, there was a moment in time during that season where a reporter asked, "Is Cam gonna get any more minutes?" Like he dropped 40. Like, come on. He dropped 40 3 times in a row. And Jacque Vaughn basically answers, well, he dropped 40, but we lost 2 of those games. Which is fucking ridiculous. Like, he was playing with one-legged Joe Harris, Edmund Sumner, like Day'Ron Sharpe. I don't even know. I think Seth Curry was there. Like, what did you want him to do? Like, he's like a shooting guard. He's like 6'3", 6'4" shooting guard. Like sophomore year. What did you want him to do? You want him to get triple double? Like I remember that was some of the jokes where like Cam would get like Cam getting benched because he didn't drop a 50-point triple double to win them the game. Like, what did you want him to do? He's scoring at an elite, like, all-star level with bums around him, and you're mad that he didn't win the game against 2 playoff teams? Like, this is ridiculous. Like, it was ridiculous, the type of standards he was being held up to. Like, he's not a sophomore in the NBA. Like, this should be something that you reward with playing time, but instead it was spun into something negative, which you see with a lot of like how people talk about him today. They spin his scoring as something negative, which is fucking ridiculous. Like, but you know what I'm saying though? Like, come on, bro. His scoring, you're taking scoring at an all-star like elite level, and you're spinning into something like that's ridiculous. Like, what did you want him to do? But yeah, that basically sums up his season. That season where those 40 games happened, he gets put on the map. But again, Jacque Vaughn just sidelines him because he didn't drop 40 good enough. Like, he didn't drop 60. He didn't drop 60, we didn't win. Like, it's disgusting. Now here we are, 2023-2024 season. Now this season was the biggest leap we've ever seen Cam make, and honestly, looking back, this was a torturous season. By the way, this was a horrible time to be in Nets fit. Like, it was just bad coaching, bad management. But Cam and Dennis Schroeder, of all people, were the biggest bright spots. And Day'Ron. Shout out Day'Ron, by the way. Big shout out Day'Ron. I really like what he's been doing. He just needs to stay healthy. But those 3 guys were like the biggest bright spot of the team, right? Of this season, anyway. But so to break down what happened is Cam started off the season starting because Cam Johnson started off hurt. And I remember game 1, it was the Cavs. Cam started, but he basically played like role player minutes. He played like 20 something minutes, but the motherfucker dropped like I think either he dropped 30 or like damn near 30. He was hitting some of the craziest shots like ever, basically carrying the team offense because nobody was doing shit. And like watching him play, it's something special really, because he's really creative. Like, the way he shoots the ball off the 3, he jumps hella high release point. Like, you can't guard him. Damn near you're fouling him damn near every time you try to contest it. The way he goes to paint, tries to get a layup in, he will try to contort and twist his body every which way to try and get the ball in. Like, he's a very creative player, and that's what we saw a lot of in this season because he was able to get even stronger. He was able to improve his catch and shoot, so he was able to play alongside more guys. He was cutting down on the mid ranges a little bit more, and a lot of this season was just a lot of this growth was hindered by the terrorist duo of Jacque Vaughn and Spencer Dinwiddie. Now these 2 are literally a couple because I want to say like there was a Bucks game, the second Bucks game of the season. You can look this up. This was the game where they decided to load manage. Mind you, we're not no playoff team, no nothing. This is a middle of the pack. Maybe we could squeak in the playoff type team at this point in the season, right? Maybe a 6 seed if we lucky. This is the type of team we were. We decided to load manage our guys this game. Cam Thomas played 1 quarter and then sat down, and then it was a bunch of bench, which it was the most ridiculous thing. Everybody was asking questions. The media guys, they was actually kind of asking hard questions. Jacque Vaughn was getting mad. At this point in the season, we was like, well, Cam getting low advantage, shit, this means he's a bona fide starter. The next game he's benched. The next game he's fucking benched. And really pissed off everybody. Like in the Nets anyway. People didn't around the league, nobody knew what was going on. Like, he got benched for literally no reason. Cam was literally the offense of the team and he got benched. Like, this season, the playbook was designed around Ben Simmons' transition offense. Ben Simmons played 9 games this season, and the playbook was designed around him. This is how horrible Jacque Vaughn was. because it was designed around Ben Simmons, and because for some reason Mikal Bridges was the secondary ball handler, the whole offense was in the fucking gutter. So Spencer Dinwiddie had to basically take off Ben Simmons' role, and Spencer Dinwiddie is nowhere near Ben Simmons, and he's nowhere even near prime, and he's nowhere near prime Ben Simmons. So it was just disgusting ball where Spencer would just hog the ball damn near the whole shot clock, pass it off, and it was just garbage. Spencer couldn't run pick and roll clocks. He couldn't throw him a lob. He hogged the ball and just took random ass threes. Mikal couldn't dribble. So Mikal was literally forced to find his own shot, which he can't do. He can only like find his own shot in open space or like coming off some screens to get some help. He couldn't like create his own, like relying on Mikal Bridges ISOs is crazy. So Cam earlier on in the season, before that Bucks game, was the offense. He was a guy out of jail free card, and he was cooking. Like, we basically was live or die by Cam. He got benched, and because of that, we sank. We lost so many games. And this season, I remember I went to a game this season. I went to see Nets versus Blazers. I think Mikal had like 40 this game, and Anthony Simons had 40 right back and put the game winner on his fucking head. But Cam came off the bench this game, performed good, went right back to the bench, did not see any overtime minutes, did not see any like clutch fourth quarter minutes. It was bad. It was very, very bad. And later on, a little bit further onto the season, I think late January, we play against the Clippers and we lose horribly. Not the recent Clippers game. Again, this is the season before. This game, we blew, I want to believe, a 30-25 or 20 point lead in the fourth quarter. Because, again, Jacque Vaughn has no plays. He's running a Ben Simmons offense. So these guys really don't know what the fuck they're doing out there. Besides just, hey, try to put the ball in the basket. So there was just nothing going on for them. And he goes to the press conference laughing and smiling. And like at this point, the front office said, "No, yeah, get your black ass out of here. You're done. Like you're done." Like, and we were all singing "Ding Dong, the Witch is Dead." Like he's finally gone. And what happened was the assistant coach Kevin Ollie takes over. And Kevin Ollie actually is a huge fan of Cam's game. And there's interviews of Cam being like, "No, yeah, I really thought he was going to be the coach." Because again, he really likes guards, he likes guard play. And then you saw that in the second half of the season, especially when Shooter got there. We don't talk about it a little bit. Let's go back a little bit though. So Jacque Vaughn was really horrible for Cam's development. He basically held him hostage, right? There would be interviews after interviews of players, of people asking him why isn't Cam playing, or like what does Cam have to do, and the way he talks about it, it's what I said before, is like he holds him to standards that like are just like ridiculous, right? Like Cam would literally drop like 30 or like 25 something, right? And he would just disregard it at all. Well, Cam gave up like some defensive possession. Cam did this, Cam did that. Mind you, Mikal Bridges, who's like the face of the franchise at this time, was a horrible defender. He was our on-ball defender. He sucked at it. He was garbage. The whole season he was garbage. He couldn't stay in front of anybody. He wasn't really getting any steals. He had no hands. He was getting bitched all around by anybody stronger than him. Which is like damn near like any like guard that has a little bit of muscle. They just bitch him. And he literally gets no flack for it in the interviews. Cam Johnson isn't even the greatest defender. He didn't get any flack. Claxton had a down year in defense. No flack. But Cam was the only one getting the heat from Jacque Vaughn for it. And here's another story for you. There was a moment at a press conference where, again, somebody asked Jacque Vaughn, like, what does Cam need to do? Like, I feel like he's doing, like, the interview was like, I feel like he's earned some, like, rotation more minutes. Like, I think he ought to be started. And Jacque Vaughn's like, well, you don't know what Cam asked me. Like, Cam just, like, goes to my hotel room, like, watches footage with me and all that, blah, blah, blah. Cam is dedicated, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he goes to my hotel room. Like, why does he have to do that? Why? And what? Why does he have to go to your hotel room to watch footage with you? Are you fucking crazy? Like, are you fucking serious? Like, he had him getting fired. Like, Mind you, Jacque Vaughn signed like a 4-year extension, and then they fired him like a year, like they said, like the year later. He was an all-time terrorist, and again, this does not get talked about in the Cam Thomas like conversations. He was literally being like held hostage, and like he was literally being held hostage by this coach, who just had like did not care to develop him in any meaningful way. His development was holding him hostage. Saying, if you can't perform to my unexpected level, why are you even here? Like, you're not getting any minutes unless you drop like a 50-point triple double with like 5 steals. Like, this is the type of thing that does not get talked about, and it's really pissing me off because I was here for all of this. I was literally here day by day watching this shit unfold with my own eyes, and I'm just seeing this needs getting swept under the rug when you talk about him, just calling him a baller or calling him like a bad defender when he wasn't. Mikal was worse. Mikal was worse than him. Like, was worse for what Mikal, or at least like I don't know what the number, like I don't know what the advanced stats are. I'm not really good at reading those, but at least from like what you wanted them to do, Mikal was objectively worse. Mikal was supposed to be your on-ball defender. Damn near everybody he guarded had a career night. Like I said, Anthony Simons dropped fucking 40 on his head, hit a game winner like twice. Like fucking twice. I'm being dead ass twice. Like damn near twice. What you asked Mikal to do, what you asked Cam Thomas to do. You asking Cam Thomas, I just guard the catch and shoot guy and don't get cooked in pick and roll. He does that. He did that. Okay, for this season, he did that all right. He did that all right. There was still some mess ups, but again, he was playing with wishy-washy playing time, so he wasn't really like settled in. You know what I'm saying? There was all this stuff, but it was serviceable. I bet like, it was serviceable. Mikal was dog shit, but again, no heat, no nothing. Mikal sucked horribly offensively this year, but again, you could kind of put that up to coaching because he wasn't playing like in his ideal situation. He was forced to like ISO and create his own shot, but again, what are these standards, Jacque Vaughn? Like, he was a monster, and I was so glad he got fired, and Kevin Ollie took over. And Kevin Ollie, again, really liked Cam, really liked his game, but again, this was like damn near like past All-Star break, so they really couldn't change the playbook, like a lot. So there were some tweaks here and there, and then Shooter came. Shooter replaced Spencer Dinwiddie, and I'm telling you right now, Dennis Schroeder is like a top 5 Brooklyn net for me from like what he did. He saved me from Spencer Dinwiddie. Him and Cam were a great duo, like post All-Star. This is kind of like what I'm talking about. Like people are like he can't play next to like another ball handler, like another like star. I'm not calling Shooter a star, but he is another ball handler. He's a player that like has the ball in his hands. He played magnificently like next to Shooter. Like we saw uptick in his catch and shoot. We saw him playing like more off ball, coming off screens. Shooter would like say operate the pick and roll much better than Spencer. Get the offense move, like get the defense moving, manipulated, so Cam could come off, get some catch and shoots, like or like come off of screen, get a little layup in. He was showing some off-ball capabilities while also just showing the ability to play off somebody, swing it to Shooter, because again, Shooter had a catch and shoot game too, so he was able to swing it. Like he developed some passing ability. He developed a really nice pick and roll game with Claxton, better than Dinwiddie, by the way, who took his minutes, by the way. Like Cam actually can throw a lob instead of that fucking crypto scammer. But again, you look back, if you go back to the, 2023, 2024, you look at the post All-Star break numbers for Cam, he surged and was put into like, again, I think he was put in the most improved conversation because of this like great like 2-3 month stretch of just like excellence, bro. This is like the development we wanted, and he developed so quickly, so beautifully in this month stretch. Like it was honestly unbelievable. Like it was actually like ridiculous to see in real time how good he got. And to have Dennis Schroeder there to kind of like be like his guy, Dennis Schroeder backed him up a lot, by the way. Dennis Schroeder was like, I think like there was like a game they had together where they both just went off. He was like, yeah, that's a max player. It's ironic now because they don't want to give him a max, which I hope they do. He deserves it. Well, at least like something like a bag. He deserves a bag. Well, he's like, no, yeah, that's a max player right there. Yeah, that guy's nice. And they were a duo. They were a beautiful combo together. And Cam really blossomed a lot in that stretch. And again, it goes untalked about. He really put up a clinic, not only scoring, defensively he locked in a little bit in that stretch. He got a little bit better, and they told Mikal Bridges, just Oh yeah, another big thing, they told Mikal Bridges to sit his long out his arms in the corner, and Mikal Bridges' only role in the offense is do catch and shoots. He wasn't really a part of it, and because of that, Cam was like more the focal point along with Shooter. So basically, yeah, the offense improved a lot because Mikal wasn't forced to ISO. But again, Mikal, by the way, this doesn't get talked. Mikal gave up towards the end of that season. Like he just stopped giving a shit. But nobody talks about that. They just want to slander Cam. But again, this duo was really good. They were a really, really good duo. Cam blossomed a lot, and again, developed so much in so little time that again, it was just awe-inspiring to watch, really. Now we're finally be talking about this past season of 2024-2025 season. Now this season, Cam didn't really play a lot because he had hamstring problems, but from what we did see from him, he was again just phenomenal, just another leap. He became the offensive hub. Now Jordy, our new coach, Jordy Fernandez, he put a lot of responsibility on Cam to be the offensive hub, and Cam excelled at it really quickly. Like he basically was the half-court offense. Like whenever Cam had the ball, everybody had eyes on him, and he would get the whole defense moving so other guys could eat. Jordy Fernandez, I love him. He's a great coach. I feel like he has a lot of potential. I don't know if he's great now, but like, you know what I'm saying? He has potential to be great. Let's put it that way, because I want to get my hopes. I want to jinx nothing. Jordy's praise of Cam and like his respect for him and his like just trust in him was so beautiful to see after just like years of coach just like either neglecting him or just like just straight up just like not even entertaining him being a good player. Jordy used him for what he called his superpowers. Jordy literally calls Cam Thomas like his scoring ability is superpower. Used that to his full effect when he was healthy. And that's why we got a lot of like the most amount of wins we got. Like a lot of the wins we got was because of Cam and Shooter. By the way, Shooter was still here for a little bit, and those two were still going off. Like defensively, they were great together. And Cam improved defensively this year. He was a better on-ball defender. He also did not get cooked in pick and roll that bad. Like he actually like held his own. Partially, some of it has to do with Claxton helping him out a little bit, but even then, like he did his job. Like he was a good defender. What again doesn't get talked about because apparently he sucks. Their sources, I don't know, because I actually watched the game. He was not a terrible defender. He was serviceable to good. Way better than Mikal. But anyway, he was used for his superpower. Like quoting Jordy Burnett, he was used for his superpower. And again, hockey assist was something Jordy used a lot, and I really like that. Where Cam would basically touch the paint, kick it out, and then the ball move around. Somebody would get a layup, somebody would get a shot up wide open, and then they would able to, like, you know what I'm saying, generate offense that way. The offense was generated through, again, this is when majority, I'm speaking when majority of the time Cam was playing, because he was playing like Shooter. A lot of the offense was basically generated through Shooter pick and rolls, which which is like, okay, great. Shooter was doing that before, but also like it wasn't just Cam Thomas like, all right, I'm gonna get my own. It was Cam Thomas getting the ball with more time on the clock, manipulating the defense, and because he was manipulating the defense, because he was such a threat, he was getting more guys open without them having to do like coming off screen. Like I'm still coming off screen and all that, but you know what I'm saying, they weren't just getting the ball while there was a dude on them. Like they was able to get the ball wide open because of how he was able to manipulate the defense. And I think Zach Lowe was trying to grill him for saying, because remember, Cam and Zach Lowe had a little beef. I don't even know who Zach Lowe might be, but one of the podcasters was like kind of like grilling Cam, calling him bad, and Cam fired back like saying, I get double teamed damn near every time I touch the ball. And Zach Lowe says he kind of cooked himself with the double team argument, because obviously the teams know you're gonna fuck up the pad. That only applies in the Jacque Vaughn era, because Jacque Vaughn again had no plays, no nothing. Cam Thomas would literally get the ball, like get doubled, and then everybody would stare at him like 20 feet away. Nobody would come up to help him. Now under Jordy, whenever Cam would get doubled, they would make a play immediately out of that. Claxton would get the ball in the short roll, or somebody would come up, like a guard would come up, dribble it out, like, you know what I'm saying? And then like they'll create a play out of it. There is a huge difference between somebody getting doubled and then like the coach is so incompetent that the other players don't like do anything to help him out, so he's just getting hoed. And a player getting doubled and a coach actually has plays for, and he's helping him. Like this doesn't like it feel like it's crazy. Like I feel like the discussions around Cam, especially like when people try to criticize him, I feel like I'm being gaslit into like thinking like shit that like never happened. Like I've seen all these games. I've seen him play so, like all the time. Granted, there are criticisms that you can't make. Again, mid ranges, like earlier on in the career, he didn't have to take all of them. His defense, while yes, he is serviceable, yes, he's not terrible. Obviously, like, you want a little bit better, but again, he's not bad. Besides that, like for what he's asked to do on this team, he does it perfectly fine. He does it great, actually. He does it great. Like, so I don't understand what people want him to do. But yeah, that's basically my main issue with like a lot of the way he gets talked about is like what else, like what do you want him to do? Like what do you want him to be? Like he is a playmaker. He literally played big for the team. That was one of the main things he was asked to do this year, and he did. The coaches literally look up his interviews. The coach literally commends him damn near every game they played when he was healthy. Like yeah, he was playmaking, getting guys involved. Like the coach is satisfied with it. Like you just disagree with the coach. Like this is what I don't understand. With how he's getting talked about now. He's a ball hog. He doesn't deserve this. He's just putting this up on a bad team. The coach is literally satisfied with what he's been doing when he was healthy. A coach is literally satisfied with it. He was actually making people better. He was legitimately making some players better. Claxton was looking really good next to him. He was actually had a little lob buddy, like somebody to throw lobs to him and all that after dealing with Spencer Dinwiddie. Another partner out of the pick and roll. You know what I'm saying? It was really good to have. Cam Johnson had a great year this year. And like, granted, some of it, like, he played a lot of it on his own. He was by himself just putting up some shots. But a good amount of it he was getting some wide open shots because of Cam. He was getting some wide open shots because of Cam Johnson. This slander just doesn't make sense because as a fan watching him, watching the interviews, watching like everything around him in real time, he's doing what he has to do and he's doing it great. But yeah, when it's time to talk about him, like with like people who aren't like actual Nets fans or nothing like that, like on the outside looking in, it's just he's bad, he's not doing this, he's not doing that. When he's doing exactly what he's supposed to be doing for the team. So I don't get what is the problem. Why can't he get the money that he deserves? Like he legitimately deserves the money. He literally showed that he could be a number one option. He showed like because of like how he ran the offense, how he controlled it, how he got other players involved, and he showed he could play next to other ball dominant players. He played next to fucking KD for Christ's sake. Like, I just don't understand. What do you want him to do? In a world where Jalen Green can run around and do whatever the fuck he does, why can't Cam, who's objectively a better player, and if you disagree, you're stupid. Where Cam is objectively a better player, how come he faces all these criticisms, all these problems, when he's legitimately better in like damn near every single category than Jalen? Besides me, Jalen's probably a better perimeter defender. Whoop-de-doo. Or Jalen Green's more athletic. What does that do? He just misses more layups. Like, that doesn't mean anything when we actually talk about what they're supposed to be doing for their team. And Cam has been providing for his team every single time he's been asked to. And literally, the one time that it's been spun negatively was because the coach literally disregarded him. The coach literally said, "You're dropping 40, but I don't give a shit." This is what we're dealing with. Like, I just don't understand. It feels like I'm being gaslit, man. Like, I don't know. But ultimately, what I'm trying to get at is Cam has performed to. He basically exceeded our expectations. When we're talking about this contract, I feel like he should get a bag, bro. He really should. He earned it, and I feel like he showed that he can't continue. He was just injured this last season, and I feel like he's actually a pretty healthy player. I was actually like an outlier season. Yeah, he showed that he can be the offensive hub of the team. He showed that he can become better defensively. Like he showed all these things that again gets disregarded. He's the guy, bro. He literally our guy, bro. And then you drafted all these damn point guards Like, you trying to relive the, you really got the fast ass little dude, like little French dude. Like, nigga, that's Schroeder. I see what you trying to do. Like, nigga, that's Schroeder. Like, I know what y'all, I know what y'all trying to do. So it's like, bro, just give him his money. We love him. Nets fans love him. And if I ever have to go to Barclays again and he's not even playing, he's not even touching the court because he's not on the damn team, I am going to lose it. I probably won't be a fan of this team, or at least like I'll take a long ass break from this team, because I loved watching him play. I loved like basically like growing as a basketball fan with him while he developed. Like it's a great thing to see. It was a great time to be a part of. And again, I hope that he stays a Brooklyn Net for as long as humanly possible, because again, he's just a great player that deserves his money. He deserves the love and recognition. He deserves to be celebrated for his creativity, scoring, and hopefully like his playmaking gets even more creative, because he's a creative player. That is the main word. So like I would use to describe his offense: creativity. He is a hodgepodge of all the elite type of scorers in the NBA. If you watch his game, he's like Harden, Kobe, Kyrie, everybody, every elite scorer in the NBA. He has like some element to them in his game. And he should be celebrated way more, especially as a young player, a young rising star. He should be celebrated. LeBron has even recognized him, bro. There was a game where I think it was the 2023-2024 season where they played in Barclays. Cam, the Lakers was blowing us out, but Cam was like not letting it happen. Like he's kept like bringing the game close. Like they couldn't like sit the starters down. And when the reporter asked LeBron, so Cam Thomas, that guy's pretty good. And he's like, yeah, I get it, bro. He's good. He does that to everybody. All right. The next question, like, mind you, that same season, the Nets and Lakers had a national TV game. But like, I think somebody died, and they put a national TV game, the Nets and Lakers national TV, and the Nets won. Cam hit like a crazy ass, like he basically cooked Braun, and then hit a step back three over him, and then stared him down, like. On national television. So like I don't think LeBron fuck with Cam like that. But bro, this is the type of player that we like that's getting like disrespected. A guy so offensively creative and is celebrated by his peers. Yet I'm saying we, I'm not y'all, but y'all as fans, y'all as like just shit on him. Just shit on him, say he's bad, he's only doing this. Meanwhile, he's literally one of the most fun players, like scorers ever. Like I don't say ever, but like, I don't know, it's probably somebody. But he's one of the most fun scorers in this league right now. Yet he's getting shit on for no, like he's getting shit on, and it's just so perplexing. But yeah, that's basically it. Yeah, so this is the end of the video. You know what I'm saying? If you liked it, if you like, sub, you know what I'm saying, do all that. I don't know if we'll talk about basketball more. Depends how good this video does. But I'm more of like a jack of all trades. I'm just do whatever the hell I like. This is just something I wanted to get off my chest. But I feel like we should end it off with some Cam Thomas facts. One Cam Thomas fact, fun fact, is he's a huge NBA YoungBoy fan. Like it's actually kind of like scary. Like there was, I want to say his sophomore year, his summer league. A reporter asked, like they was doing like little like fun trivia games, and they were asking him to name song lyrics from like other rappers. He could not do it. He said, just please ask me YoungBoy lyrics. The reporter was just looking up random YoungBoy song lyrics, and he was naming them in like 2 seconds. Like it was actually kind of freaky, and like it's actually like insane. Like he likes YoungBoy so much to where somebody like asked him, do you like Playboy Cardi? He said, who is that? I don't know. I don't think he knows who Playboy Cardi is. He barely knows who Playboy fucking Cardi is. Like it's really bad. It's really bad.